Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is AJ. I'm a makeup artist and also a student. So guys, join me, let's transform this beautiful client. But before we continue, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share. Please support your girl. Watch the video right up to the end. So I always start by cleaning the face using my micellar water, after which I go in with my moisturizer, which I use the Moist Estee moisturizer, followed by my Mismetic Aqua Grip primer. So after priming the face, I use my Kids Beauty setting spray to lock in everything that I dried up on my fan. So for foundation, I'm using the V Beauty foundation in the shade Melanin. So as you can see, it's looking kind of lighter than her skin because look at her neck. Like she's having a birthmark. Is it birthmark or placenta bone? Yeah. So it's making her face to be looking a bit darker. So that's why I use this lighter shade of foundation so that it can match the rest of her skin. So for contour, I'm using my V Beauty foundation in the shade Ebony. So I just apply underneath the cheekbone, the temple. The temple is around behind. Can we say behind the forehead? Yeah, close to your hairline. So for blush, I'm using this lip stain, this orange shade for my VIP. That's the name of the lip stain, VIP lip stain. Then for concealer, I'm going in with my spotless concealer. It is one shade lighter than her skin tone. That's the foundation. So I just apply around the under eye, the bridge of her nose, the forehead and the chin. Then I use my soft and damp beauty sponge to blend in the concealer. So while blending, like I always emphasize, place the beauty sponge on the line separating the concealer and the blush such that there will be no harsh line. Do the same thing for the forehead. So after that, I'm going to contour her nose with my V Beauty foundation again in the shade Ebony. So after contouring the nose, I'll use my fluffy brush to do so. Then I go in with my beauty sponge, my CPT damp beauty sponge, to just blend in everything and make sure I take care of every harsh line. So guys, when I'm done with blending, I just go in with my Kids Beauty Fix Spray again to just set everything and lock everything in. So to set her face, I'm using I wanted to say Miracle setting powder as always. I'm using Adventure setting powder in the shade Banana. So guys, my Miracle setting powder got finished and I'm very broke. That's why I'm using this Adventure setting powder. But this one is quite affordable, but I don't really like it compared to the Miracle. The Miracle is so good, like it melts into the skin. It's so easy to blend. So when I have money, I'll restock the Miracle. So for now, I'll be using this Adventure. So just the shade what shade is even finished for that Miracle? Cinnamon. Yeah, the shade Cinnamon is finished and the other one, Ginger, is left small, but I still have to use like 5 times before it gets finished. So moving on to the rest of the face. After setting the face, I go in with my powder for my VBT powder palette, which is equivalent to her skin tone, to just set all the blank spaces. Then I go with my contour again, that's for my powder palette. Use my Kids Beauty spray to lock in and melt down the powder effect. Then for baking, I'm still using this Adventure setting powder, but I don't really like this Adventure setting powder. I'm just using now because I don't have a choice, because my Miracle is finished. I don't have a choice, so that's why I'm using this one. This Adventure is so very difficult to blend. Like it's difficult to blend. Unlike Miracle just sinks into your skin and it's so easy to blend. You don't have to stress to dust up the excess setting powder, right? So for brows, I started by laying down the hair using my brows gel from Nikki Signature. Use my setting powder to make sure every moisture is absorbed. Then I'm now going in with my brows pomade from KR Makeup to produce my brows outline. Yeah, so I just mix equal percentage of my black and brown pomade mix. I wanted a darker shade to produce my outline. So I'll just do that for one section, go and do the other section. Yeah, so after that I'm going to shade around the extreme end of my brows with the dark shade, the mix of the dark and the brown. So I'm producing hair-like stroke at that end because I wanted that section to look as natural as possible. Yeah, so after doing so, I'm going to be going in with my Davis pencil in the shade 003 to fill the beginning. I give it a tiny hair like stroke starting from the beginning, but the beginning is a little bit scanty because we want it to be very, very natural. So after that, I'll be concealing the brows, which I'm using my spotless concealer. Then I use my very flat and well precise angle brush from Issa and Those Makeup. So I just use the tips of my angle brush to conceal the edges of my brows, right? And when concealing, make sure you don't completely wipe off the outline, because when you clean up the outline, the brows will not look beautiful again, right? So for the beginning, I'm going to go in with my darker shade of foundation because I want that area. I don't want any harsh line around that area. So after that, I'm going to blend in everything. Yeah. So for the upper section of the brow, to conceal it, I'm still using the tips of my angle brush. Then I'm using the foundation which I used for the beginning. The upper section, we always use a darker concealer or foundation because we don't want any harsh line around that area. So I'm using the tips of my angle brush. It's from Issa and Those Makeup to do so. Then after that, I'm going to just kind of pull the concealer behind. Then I'll use my small fluffy brush to blend in the edges. So after that, remember I said the makeup, everything cream has to go dry. So I'm going in with my powder for my Beauty powder palette, which is equivalent to the various shades I use in concealing. So I'm starting off with this, applying it on this the lighter section. Then for the beginning, I'm going in with this darker shade. We want it to be natural. The same thing for the upper section. I'll be going in with the darker shade. So moving on to eyeshadow, I started by placing my eyeshadow base from Blossom Makeup on her eyelids, where her eyeball lies. So after doing so, I'm using my small fluffy brush to blend in the excess eyeshadow base. Yeah, so I'll just blend thoroughly. Then after that, I'm going in with my powder from my Beauty powder palette, the brown shade. So I just apply around the edges of the eyeshadow of the eyeshadow base, sorry. Then I'm going in with this purple shade still from my Girl eyeshadow palette. So I'm just blending around the edges, around the crease, moving from the outer corner to the inner corner, outer corner, inner corner, outer corner, inner corner. Then for my main color, I'm using now the pink shade from that same eyeshadow palette. So I just place around the area which I left, right? So I just press in. We are not scrubbing, we are just tapping, patting. It's not tapping, patting gently, just pat gently. Yeah, so I just do the same for the other section. So to line her eyes, I'm using my black brows pomade from KR Makeup, my Issa and Those angle brush. I just start producing something like a triangle, alright, from the beginning. That trying to link it up. Yeah. Moving on, so after producing my lining the eye, I'm going to be smoothing out the under eye using the same pink shade from the eyeshadow palette. Then I line the waterline using my angle brush and my black brows gel liner. So I like using the gel liner because it's waterproof, right? It's waterproof. If a client starts tearing up, it'll they will not be altered, right? Like this, my client, the least eye irritation, or before I even put, as if you look at the eyeshadow carefully, you realize that I didn't really like put it very well directly on the directly where it's supposed to be, because the least thing that touches her eye irritates it and she'll start tearing up. So I just had to avoid. So why the reason why you see me applying this setting spray like that is because while I was putting the eyelashes, it started tearing up heavily. So to get rid of that, to amend that situation when your clients are tearing up, is either you can wait for the tears to dry up, or immediately, if you don't want to wait, immediately go in with your setting spray. In case there's no setting, if it happens when you have already done some setting powder on the face, just go in with your setting spray and spray it all over the face, like you're setting everything, like what I just did. So when you do that, use your fan to dry it up, you realize that everything just sits in place. So for the lips, I started by outlining her lips using my brown brows pomade from KR Makeup as usual. Then I use my fluffy brush to blend in everything such that there will be no harsh line. Then I just go in with my one main color, which is a pink color. So I just place on the lips. I asked her to smack. When she did, I just use my fluffy brush again to blend the edges. So for lip gloss, I'm using the Absolute lip gloss. I just place on the lips. I wanted that lips to have some glow and shine. Yeah, can you see?
I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago.
Thank you all so much for watching the video, and let me know at the comment section below if you have any question, any recommendation. Thank you so much, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share. Bye, see you.